What is going on with Joker 2? This movie is shaping up to be a disaster. First off, this movie shouldn't exist. They should have never made a sequel to the first Joker. I think no matter where you stand on this, we could probably agree on that. There was just no need for a sequel to this, but the movie made $1 billion on a very small budget. So they're bringing it back. And instead of giving this one a small budget, they gave it a massive budget. Like $200 million or something. That's what I saw just doing a quick search. It's probably higher than that. We'll say it costs $300 million with marketing. I'm being generous. But it needs to make a lot of money. And I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said in my last video, it's tracking the same in pre-ticket sales as Indiana Jones 5, disaster, and The Flash, disaster. So probably not going to make the money that the first one did. And I think I can kind of safely say that because if you go and you look at reviews for the movie, and we're going to go back to Rotten Tomatoes in a second because the score is awful with critics, but we don't have one with audience members yet. That's what I'm really curious about, is how audiences will receive this movie. And it looks like it's going to be a mixed reaction, which never brings in big bucks. People, if you have a mixed reaction, usually that spells bad news for the movie. So this movie is a courtroom drama and a musical. That's what this movie is. It's not fully a musical, and it's also not fully a courtroom drama, but it's basically both of those things combined. And apparently, the movie is, from what I've read, kind of like a lecture as to why you shouldn't have liked the first movie like you did. As the Rolling Stone puts it, it's kind of an FU to fans of the original. And this is what I've heard from a couple of people that have seen it. Nerdrotic says this basically in his review video, which I watched yesterday. It was pretty good. You should go check it out. Jeremy Johns had the same opinion. I don't think he said it was an FU to the original, but he didn't like it regardless. He didn't have anything good to say about it. Who approves this shit? So the fans from the reviews are mixed. I wanted a Joker movie, not a musical. That's kind of on point. Musicals aren't, once in a while you get one that does really good, but that's very, very rare. It's not an everyday thing. There's a reason that the box office isn't flooded with musicals. Like, they're not huge money makers. But I think Warner was like, we'll just go ahead and trust you and let you make what you want. And that might have been a mistake. It's almost like he just didn't want to do this, so he intentionally made it like this to make sure a third one didn't get made. I don't know. I'm kind of probably, putting a tinfoil hat on there for that one, but I can't think of any other reason. It's like this movie was made for the critics who hated the first one, but they didn't like this one either. The Rotten Tomatoes score has dropped to a 47, and this is all critics. We don't even have the separation of top critics yet. That's probably going to be even lower. 47% on 91 reviews. That's pretty awful. And I know a lot of you will say, well, the critics hate it. That might be good. That might make it a good movie. Maybe. I think the audience score is going to be much higher than this. That's for sure. But I still think this is likely to be a bad movie. This was a huge eye-opener to me. It has a message for fans. Go F yourself. It kind of sounds real. In the ending, by the way, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say, but I did read the leaks. And I think he gets struggle snuggled in the movie. I can't confirm that. I haven't seen it. But a lot of people are talking about this guard that kind of oversees him. And I heard something about a struggle snuggle scene with the guard and Joker. No, who wants to see that? And then the ending, I'm not going to spoil it, but holy shit. This is going to piss people off, man. And I don't, that's not a key money-making. I mean, look at what happened with Star Wars. I mean, that's the greatest example of telling a lot of your fan base to get the hell out. And look, they did. I have some quotes here that I highlighted, like this one. There would be a sequel that was inevitable, but instead of rehashing all the Scorsese cosplay and potential incel baiting of the first film, the duo would continue this flex story via an MGM-style musical with Phoenix and Lady Gaga. That's them talking about making the movie. In fact, this sequel is whatever the exact opposite of fan service is. During its rare moments of clarity, you'd swear this is actually an indictment of those who flocked to Joker in the first place. Laugh, and the whole world laughs with you. Flip the bird to those who loved your nihilism, yippity-dee, mojo the first time around, however, and you may find yourself standing alone against the mob. The closest thing it has to a message of any kind is, hey, fanatics, go F yourself. If that's true, why would you do this? So, you really liked the first movie? Go F yourself. And apparently that's what this movie is, because in all the reviews I've watched, the entire movie is a courtroom scene, besides the musicals, where they go over the first movie. And it sounds like Harvey Dent just lectures you on why you were wrong to like it. And then there's this. So this is the final little piece here. Though it does beg the question, who exactly is Joker 2 for? Completist little monsters? Warner Brothers Discovery board members? People who wish Singing in the Ring had 33% more insane clown posses? Having originally struck a chord with viewers who were down to Psycho Clown with Phoenix's scarily intense interpretation, who felt they had a Travis Bickle for their generation and might have repeated the same mistakes those God's lonely men from back in the day did. This new Joker now wants to wag its finger at them. Now it's also so alienating that it's not likely to appeal to the crossover types who threw gold statues at the first one, either. This is the sequel's real ha-ha-ha punchline. So there you go. If you liked the first one, here's the middle finger. Give us money anyway. So maybe it'll be a big hit somehow. Let's say it does great this weekend. It defies the odds and actually has a huge, huge opening weekend. I don't think that that's going to carry over because I think this movie is going to get crushed by word of mouth. And maybe there'll be a lesson to learn for Hollywood here. Not everything needs a sequel. This movie for sure didn't. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Are you going to go see the movie? Have you already seen the movie? What did you think? Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.